What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles and NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, BlackJack Fletcher, aka Black Jizzle. That's my guy, Jordan Sharp, aka John Wick, Part 5. My guys, what's up? What's up, everybody? But what's up, Jordan? Everything cool with you, bro? What's up with you? Everything cool?
Yeah, it's been a while, gentlemen. We got the NBA Finals. It feels like I haven't made a bet on basketball in like a week. I'm ready to jump right back into it. Been trying to fire at baseball, WNBA, everything, man. I got to get back to the NBA here. I'm ready for tonight. Exciting time of year. We're gonna crown a legitimate first-time finals winner for a lot of these players. Whoever wins, so excited to break it down with you guys. How about you, BlackJack? How the ponies doing?
Listen, I got my horse racing tonight in Penn National. I'm sweating out a hurricane down here in Florida. Life's great.
Does not sound great, Blake Jack. I hope everybody stays safe over there, my guys. I hope everything is cool with you and your family, everybody down there in Florida, man. Let's get to it, my guys. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's Game 1 of the NBA Finals, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Game 1, Bucks versus the Suns. It's gonna be a dandy, guys. It does look like Giannis is doubtful for this one. The line opened up at 5.5 for the Suns, up to 6.5, 6 at some spots. The Suns were 2-0 versus the Bucks this season. A couple of 1-point victories, I believe one in Milwaukee, the other in Phoenix, or maybe both in Phoenix, but definitely went 2-0 in the series, guys. Jordan, how are we looking at this one, my guy? I know you're looking at a total. What are we looking at? Maybe first half under for my guy Jordan here.
Not only are we going the first half under, we are going with the Suns in the first half. There are a multitude of reasons. We'll start here with the micro level with just game one of why I like these plays. With the main reason that these two, we'll start with the under. These two teams have been locked in as ever, not just lately, but throughout the entirety of the playoffs in the first half. Both only allowing about 101 points per 100 possession in the first half, and this one. I'm a little surprised that the total has shot up 1.5 from where it opened. That being said, I believe that it's the NBA Finals, so I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm just going to go with what I know. And the Bucks without Giannis, yes, that's going to hurt them defensively, but it's going to hurt them offensively even more, I believe, as it has been shown, even except for last game. I don't think that they're going to have the same success without him as they did against the Atlanta Hawks. To simply put, the Hawks were playing playing defensively at least a little bit above their pay grade at times in that series. And now they're running up against a team on the road that plays extremely slow, is not going to allow them to jump out and play the pace that they're going to want to play, especially without Giannis. And also to that effect, they have like 3 different guys they can throw at Chris Middleton. They can say, Drew Holiday, get 30 points. We don't care. We could still win this game by double figures if Drew Holiday goes off, as long as they limit Middleton and force the ball out of his hands and switch up the defenders that they have against them. They have like I said, a multitude of guys. But in the end, in the first half at least, that's going to lead to, I think, a lot of defense, because I don't see the Bucks scoring a ton of points in the first half. And on top of that, I think the nerves factor at least will play into a little bit for these two teams, considering that there's not a ton of finals experience to go around here. You take away Jay Crowder, and that's basically it, obviously. So I think that for this one, I think that the nerves will be I think the shots are going to go a little long here in the first half. But in the end, I think the Suns are the play here, simply because without Giannis, I could see the Bucks scoring less than 50 points here in this first half. In fact, I'm almost banking on it at this point at under 108 and Suns -3. So like the first half plays, I think the Suns can cover, and I think the full game under could have value as well. I just think there's a little bit more here in that first half right now, what I'm staring at.
Got you. BlackJack, what you think about that? You think the Suns, what you think about the little rest versus rust factor? What are you liking in this game, okay?
I think that Jordan pretty much hit it squarely on the head there. I'm taking the Suns first quarter, first half, full game. I think Phoenix controls this game start to finish. We've seen it over the last like 15 years, Jay. Game 1 of the NBA Finals is dominated by the home team to the tune of like double-digit wins, because it's kind of like a Super Bowl, right? Or it's a lot of Super Bowls. The first quarter is kind of slow. You're feeling each other out. Same thing in like a championship fight, right? You want to feel each other out a little bit. I think that happens in the first game of an NBA Finals. Phoenix is at home. That crowd's going to be electric. I think the Suns come out from the jump and just control this thing. I also think one matchup we haven't talked a lot about here. I think DeAndre Ayton is going to abuse Brook Lopez here. I think that this series, we've talked about Ayton kind of having a bit of a coming out party during these playoffs. I think he is going to make Brook Lopez look foolish. I think he'll be in foul trouble early and often in this series. Lopez will. I think it's going to be a great series. I do. I don't think Phoenix is going to control this start to finish. I think Milwaukee will have their moments, but game one is Phoenix for me. And I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have fun with these finals.
He said, "Yeah, I couldn't talk you off that, BlackJack. I'm not going trifecta, but I'm leaning Suns here. I must say, I was hoping that Giannis would come back, guys. We saw the Bucks kind of caught a little wave here these 2 games without Giannis. That's why the total's going up. Giannis doubtful. The Bucks offense has been a lot more fluent. You see Drew Holiday being a lot more aggressive. It's almost like you're getting the best version of Drew Holiday now. He doesn't need to get Giannis involved. It's pretty much just him and Chris Middleton going up trying to go for 30 pretty much every night. And then my problem is with the Bucks that what will their bench be able to do? Jeff Teague kind of came out, you know what I'm saying? We hadn't seen him in forever. Then he come out there scoring 11 points in that Game 6 win versus the Hawks. So, but I don't think he'll be able to replicate that here. You have Forbes, Connaughton, and Teague coming off the bench. I must say the Suns have a heavy advantage in as far as the bench, my guys. Torrey Craig, who started the season on the Bucks, I bet you they wish they kept him now. But Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne, it's like, I mean, the Bucks really don't even have a backup point. I mean, they have Jeff Teague, but it's like Payne will run circles around him. So I must say the starters, the Bucks could hang with them here. I'm really interested to see PJ Tucker versus Devin Booker. I know Booker says he's excited, but after you see PJ Tucker pretty much lock up KD for the whole series, but not necessarily lock him up, but make him work for I guarantee you Booker calling for that pick and roll damn near every time, my guys. But yeah, in this game, I must say it's Suns or nothing for me here. I'm rooting for the Bucks to win this series, though, BlackJack. I want to know who do you have? Who you think will win the championship this year, man?
I'm not a fan of either one of these teams, but I want Phoenix. I want to see Chris Paul get a ring. Chris Paul's been so good for so long. I think he's been underappreciated in some ways because, I mean, all the guy does is just elevate teams in a way that nobody else in the NBA does except LeBron James. Like, anywhere Chris Paul goes, he makes that team immediately a contender. I mean, you look at last in Oklahoma City. That team had no business being in the playoffs, let alone being as good as they were. Yeah. I want to see Chris Paul get a ring.
Got you. What about you, Jordan? You going for the what's the series price, like -170 or something like that, Jordan? Who would you take in the series price, my guy?
I would take the Suns. I'd also probably maybe look into like one of the exact game finishes, maybe Suns in 5,
maybe
Suns 5 or 6. Yeah. Here's what I think. I don't think the Bucks are going to be able to steal one in Phoenix. If I can almost guarantee they're going to go down 0-2. I'd be very surprised if they win one of these and split a pair in Phoenix. It's just going to be extremely difficult with Giannis not playing tonight. He's probably not going to play Thursday. And we'll get to that obviously then, but. If they can salvage one game at home, that third game, that will make it the series, I think. But then you reach a scenario where the Suns could very easily close it out in 5 and win game 4 on the road, win game 5 at home. So I would lean Suns in 5 kind of area would be kind of where I would looking at it here. I got to know if Giannis is back game 2, though, that could change everything. I'm kind of assuming Giannis misses the first 2 or 3 games at least, if not the whole series. Like with that statement, that being said, that I should have prefaced that at the beginning. I kind of buried the lead. I also want to go back to one thing that Jay mentioned, I believe, is another kind of factor for me in the Suns here. It's just their bench is just so much better right now with Giannis missing. Like the fact that now you have to bring more Bobby Portis into the first rotation is they're losing so much. They already didn't have a great bench. They had then they lost DiVincenzo. Like they're just down a lot of their important rotation players that now with Giannis out, they're so top heavy. It's just going to be tough for me when you got the Camerons for the Suns. Just like Jay said, just going to light circles around these bench players. I don't see. I could see that being a severe disadvantage for them. I might even be targeting some of those guys props tonight. The prop offerings are always very nice in the NBA Finals. They always have basically everybody's in the rotation, and you can pretty much get odds on any of them. So those would be the kind of guys that would look at for some overs tonight too, potentially, because they could just have some very, very severe mismatch problems. 6.5, I think 7 points for Cameron Payne. Mm-hmm. Similarly for Cam Johnson, 8, 9, 10 points for him. Not unheard of tonight either. So I just think that there's a lot of things working against the Bucks right now. Number one of them obviously being their best player, but there's a long list of things working against them too that's not just Giannis related.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. Nobody's really giving I hadn't heard a whole lot of people that's even giving the Bucks a chance to win this series. So it is pretty. So I'm not necessarily surprising, but it's a little bit scary, to be honest with you. Usually when a lot of people like one side, or I mean, like I say, for the series, they could go to 7 games. But we're seeing people Suns in 4, Suns in 5. I don't think it'll be necessary this series. I mean, the Bucks are no pushover. And one thing, so a couple things. Campaign, I would be looking at his props because, like I say, nobody really to guard Cameron Payne. You don't really have a real backup point guard, Jeff Teague, but he's a lot older. And so you look at it, the Sun, and that's why I'm a little bit worried about game one. We know that they're really, I mean, they could be rusty. They hadn't played in over a week, and they have a bunch of young guys. Other than Chris Paul and Jay Crowder, everybody who's on the team is pretty much young guys. That's the thing about the Bucks. They have veterans over there. Drew Holiday is a veteran. Middleton, Tucker, and Brook Lopez are all veterans. So at some point, I do think that they could make a difference or come into play. The fact that you have veterans versus guys that's pretty much never even been on a stage like this before. But I'll be honest, the Suns are the better team. Obviously, they're a better coach team. They have had time to prepare, my guys. So that's the only way that I would look in this one, game one. Another thing to note, the Bucks didn't necessarily celebrate after they made it to the finals. Everybody, obviously, other teams are going to have champagne parties, all type of shit. The Bucks, it's like, no, we hadn't done anything yet. And so, in all honesty, I like that business type of mindset of approach, to be honest with you. You can't be necessarily happy to be here. You got to work for it. You hadn't won anything yet, my guys. So, hey, but that's it. That's it for me. BlackJack, if you had something on the total, which way would you be looking in this one?
I'd probably be looking under. I mean, I think that the Bucks are coming off of a game where they got whatever they wanted in terms of shot selection against the Hawks. And now you're stepping into a Phoenix team that was, I think, 7th overall in adjusted defense this year. I mean, I would lean under, and I would lean under in probably every single game in this series, if we're being honest.
Exactly. Hey, in game one jitters, really, that first half under. That's a damn good spot by Jordan there. I could definitely see some jitters here, at least even if it's for the first quarter, my guys. So, but I must say, like we say, the Bucks without Giannis, it's kind of crazy. Without Giannis, and you're inserting Bobby Portis in there, Jordan, it's a lot more three. Pretty much everybody on the floor is a 3-point shooter, and you don't really have obviously Giannis missing free throws as well. So that's why you've seen the total two straight overs for the Bucks in Game 5 and 6 versus the Hawks, and also that's why you see this line coming up. If Giannis was in, I guarantee you it would have been money coming in on the under, the exact opposite. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be over. Just saying that the Bucks have been playing a lot more freely. But like I say, Suns play really good defense, and we could see some jitters from them early in this one, Jordan. That's why you like in the first half under, my guy. Break it off with the officials, Jordan.
Yeah, one thing you mentioned Bobby Portis. As a Chicago Bulls fanboy, I will forever be a Bobby Portis fan, regardless. Bulls, regardless of what team he plays on. If the Bucks are going to cover this game tonight, he's going to have like 20 and 10. So if you like the Bucks, I would be betting on Bobby Portis too, because I think he has a big game. I think he's like the one guy for the Bucks that could be kind of a matchup problem for this Suns team. There's not too many guys that are going to be. I mean, he's not a defense. That's the thing with like losing Giannis and inserting Bobby Portis. Like you lose a ton of defense, but offensively, he can still get you some buckets. So it'd be interesting to see if they're able to hang. Like who's the guy that steps up for the Bucks on the road in this one? I don't know if it's going to happen in the first half though. I think Suns -3 first half, and then my bigger play under 108.5 first half under.
Gotcha. I couldn't talk you off neither one of those, Jordan. I could not. Real quick, Jordan, would you be taking full game if you had to make a play on the full game side?
I would probably take the full game under too. But that being said, like I'm kind of like apathetic on the spread for this one just a little bit, because I do agree with you, Jay. Like the Bucks are kind of being undervalued slightly here a little bit, and we've seen from time to time them, if they're making shots, they can adjust without Giannis, and actually, because like you said, they got a ton of 3-point shooters out there now, basically. So if those 3-point shots are falling, that could be dangerous for Suns full game -6 here. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm staying to that first half. But I would say under. I hate going against the steam like this, but I'm just gonna kind of ignore it here for game one. So I'd say under full game.
Exactly. I can dig it. Black Jizzle, what we liking? What's some official? Oh, Black Jizzle going trifecta spot.
That's right. The Bucks are going to stink tonight. Suns first quarter, first half, full game.
Got you, BlackJack. You didn't let me know who you say you think will win the series.
Phoenix in 6.
Okay, got you, man. Yeah, like I say, I'd like to take the Suns here. Heavy lean to Suns full game -6 for me. That's the only way I'd look. I guess I do lean that first half under for Jordan. Could really see some really good defense being played, and I do think that we see some real deal offensive jitters here by both teams, guys. So
like that too.
Suns the only way I would be looking in this one, my guys. We appreciate everybody for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. That's my guy Jordan Sharps, my guy BlackJack Fletcher. Hey, we will be back on Thursday for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I'm sure this one's going to be a dandy. Can't wait to watch it. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Be gone.